Good morning, class 8. Actually, Monday we missed due to some important work. So, videos I am sending today. We will continue with the page number 93 today. We have seen the different parts of brain and their functions. Now, this is fact file at the top that in the pons, the nerve tracts between the brain and the spinal cord cross from left side to the right side. And because of this crossover, the left side of brain controls activities of right side of the body and vice versa. Then activity 3, to draw and learn the external features and internal structure of human brain. You can see external features of human brain: occipital lobe, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe. Then this is brain stem, and here we have cerebellum. Then for internal structure, this you must have drawn in your fair notebooks also. We can see this is cerebrum part, which is having folds, ridges and grooves. Okay, these to accommodate more number of neurons inside the brain. This is cerebrum, largest part of brain, cerebellum. Okay, then primary visual cortex part it is. Then here we have corpus callosum that interlinks right and left cerebral hemisphere. Then pituitary gland you can have here. This is the master gland. Then hypothalamus, this part. Then pons we call this one. Then medulla oblongata and spinal cord. This is internal structure of brain. All the parts you should label well if it comes in exam for drawing. Then come to spinal cord. It extends downward from medulla of the brain and runs the length of the back inside vertebral column. The column is made up of bones which are called vertebrae, which protect the spinal cord from injury when we move about. And a cross section of the spinal cord consists of two different types of tissues. The central area that resembles the letter H. Here they have, I don't know whether you have drawn this one also or not. This is also important from the point of view understanding. The central area resembles area H. This is area H, central area, that is called as gray matter and is called it is darker. It is gray matter and which consists of nerve cell bodies. Okay, then the outer part, this is white matter, you can see, which consists of nerve fibers or axons. What are the functions of spinal cord? First one is it is center for many reflexes. It conducts nerve impulse from the body to brain and vice versa, means from brain to body parts also. And it is a link between spinal nerves and the brain. Thus it participates in continuous action of the body. It's act as a link. It relays messages from brain to the motor nerves in rest of the body, that is muscle controlling nerve. And the spinal cord also relays the stimuli from the sensory nerves to the brain. The spinal cord relays all signals transmitted between brain and the peripheral nervous system en route to all muscles below the head, including voluntary and involuntary muscles, that is regulation of heartbeat, bladder control, and peristalsis. Peristalsis, that is movement occurring in intestine. So these are the 6 functions they have listed here, and this diagram also you should see. Okay, white matter, gray matter, dorsal part of ganglion, that is part of peripheral nervous system, spinal nerve, that is part of peripheral nervous system again, and in the center we have central canal, which is also filled with cerebrospinal fluid. This is spinal cord in cross section. Like if we take pencil, we cut it this way. Okay, then it is cross section. If we cut it longitudinally, full length we are divided into half, then that is vertical section.